Hello, I choose in this video Leviticus chapter 14 because it is important as it is dealing or showing how the law was dealing with the sinner. And to God, the sin is God abhorred the sin, but he loved the sinner. Therefore, the disease the person have, which is leprosy, is a horrible disease, and it's a symbol of the sin, because the sin is an awful thing to God. God does not look at sin, any sin. And that's what separates the human, who is a sinner, from being a partaken person with God. Now we read in chapter 14, verse 1 to 3. It says in the Bible, "Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, This shall be the law of the leper. For the day of his cleansing, he shall be brought to the priest. And the priest shall go out of the camp, and the priest shall look, and indeed if the leprosy is healed in the leper." So here, because we know that the Old Testament is a symbol or shadows of the good things that will come in the New Testament. That's Jesus coming from heaven to cancel the sin of the sinners. So here the sin is depicted as a very ugly disease, impossible to heal medically. So the leper could not draw near to God, as we see in these verses, but God can go to him to cleanse him. Here the priest is a symbol of Jesus who left heaven. Here the priest leaves the tabernacle, which is the presence of God, and he goes to the sinner. As Jesus came from heaven, leaving heaven and the presence of God the Father, and coming down to this earth to cleanse all humanity of sin. What does the sinner do? He can't do anything. The sinner can only wait and surrender and heartedly wishes that God would cleanse him from sin. Here the leper waits for the priest. He has to be, the leper or the sinner has to be brought, as we read here, to the priest. The only thing the leper can do is, as it's in chapter 13, verse 45 and 46, it says, "Now the leper on whom the sore is, his cloth shall be torn, and his head bare, and he shall cover his mustache, and cry, unclean, unclean." That's all he can do. And in verse 46, "He shall be unclean all the days he has the sore, he shall be unclean. He is unclean, and he shall dwell alone. His habitation shall be outside the camp," or outside of the place of gathering for the believers. And the priest, as we can see here in this verse number 3, the priest has to examine the leper very, very well. And that's a symbol of Jesus, who examined the sin in the sinner and then he will do the right thing to pure him from the sin. This is the first video because I don't want to make it long and boring. The second one will come soon. Thank you.